The Anarchy Trading live London session. I guess it's not good morning for some of you, mostly middle of the night, which I guess is the morning for you. My afternoon, it's 2:30 here, about a half hour till market open. We've been a bit late on our last couple streams, so my apologies. But today we're going to take it top to bottom on both of our on both the Dow and on DAX, and we're going to see we've gotten some nice moves. We made a little bit of money yesterday. And took nice trades, just didn't make all of them. So lost one trade, made two. So that was no problem on my end. I was happy with that. So let's start by reviewing any news that we may have for today. So looking at the news, um, 3:30 NPC members bill speaks, yeah, economic bulletin. Yeah. So essentially what we're saying is really no news for today. We have unemployment claims for the Dow, which could have some effect on the Dow for sure. And then tomorrow we've got prelim UM's consumer sentiment. But for now, no news really to speak of today, so that's good for DAX. And then for Dow, we'll have news later with unemployment claims coming in later today. Um, but that usually has maybe a little less impact than maybe some of the other, what would I say, some of the other news releases, such as FOMC or something like that. So let's take a look here at our charts. Let me move to one so we can do one at a time. And as you can see, let's go to the daily. Dow had absolutely flew for last week, and now we're kind of just consolidating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase our chart, our drawings here. Going to go down to a completely naked chart, and we will start by working on drawing our daily support and resistance lines here. So, as always, high and low of the day, purple. High of day, low of day. Hasn't done much today. So this is to me a decent level to put because we have low of yesterday, almost the low of Tuesday, and the low of Monday, kind of just all equal just right here. So if price comes down here, we'll have to see today if we can push down or if this is kind of just a flag and then we're going to keep going bullish. So we're going to have to wait and see. If it drops down farther than that, where could it go? I would say half of this candle, which is maybe right there. And if it continues to drop, then you're down to the essentially the 9-200 crossing and the open and close of during last week. So that's where we could go if we go bearish. If we go bullish, let's see. The close and then open is a good level. And then the high of yesterday, of course, would be another target. If it breaks the high of yesterday, where could we go? Probably I would be saying next really point is right here because we have these two wicks, then these wicks over here. So for me, that would be an area. And then if it breaks through that, we could continue going, and then maybe we go just somewhere to up here, somewhere around the open of this day, kind of these closes, these tweezer bottoms here, these things over here. Whatever. It's not a science. So there we go. That's all we need there on the daily. Let's drop down to the hourly and see what we can get for some hourly. So you can see we did break above this over here. Broke above it, broke kind of down, tested below it, and now we're, I'd say, almost above it. But right now let's just focus on this. So on the hourly, what we see here is kind of a distinction. This purple line, which is high of day, all the price over here kept to it, and then over here it was resistance. Here it was support. Now it's resistance. So this is a pretty strong level in my book, somewhere right around there. If it breaks through that, then we could be aiming maybe a midway point. I like my midway points would be top of that wick, which is the dots in the white somewhere like there. And if we were to break it down, where would we break down? So this was the gap down earlier from the open this morning. But if we're going to break down, we go here. Next target would probably be this wick right here. And then if it proceeded down here, and then if it kept going, we could have another point target down here, and then if it goes there, then we're free fall until we get down to the scale line. So there's our kind of our targets mapped out. And now let's zoom in bigger and look what we've got. Okay, so that looks good to me. This to me, like, yeah, but that's hourly, so we could need be, but we already have this purple line. But for me, if I'm going to short it, um, so the reason I'm putting it here, yes, we have this, but this is higher and then this is higher. So we're still kind of going up. So if it breaks through here, even though that's right here, I'd be okay shorting it at this line. So this is kind of our range. Right now, we're not going to trade inside this box. This is kind of our consolidation area. We don't trade in the consolidation area. So consolidation area, and then let's go take a look at DAX. So again, same thing with DAX. Let's move all our drawings, and we'll start at the daily and work our way down. Now again, we don't, people say, oh, you got to look at the trend for the day. No, you don't, because guess what? If you take all of the, every single day, there's an actual equal amount of red candles and green candles. So there is no such thing as a trend on a day. Now, if you're a swing trader, yes, but actually intraday trading, there's no such thing as a trend, long daily trend, because again, if you took the whole charts for the last 20 years, there would be an equal amount of green candles and red candles. So kind of just an interesting tidbit in case you always hear this whole adage, trade with the trend. Yes, the trend is your friend, so to speak, but what does that mean to you as a scalper? Like we're trading the 5 minute. Well, it means we're looking at intraday trends, not like this to me or this or even all this. It doesn't really matter to us trading. So, anyways, just a little factoid there in case you wanted it. So again, high of day, low of day in purple. Where could price go if it keeps going? Right at the 200. And if it drops low, open of yesterday, low of yesterday, which kind of equal bombs. And if it goes through that, then possibly down here where we have this low and then this wick and then almost this wick and that wick. Whatever. It's not science. Oops. There we go. So definitely be aware of this double bottom here. Definitely has bounced there, so that's going to be some hourly support if price ever comes back down there. And then again, around this low of day, we have this whole, I mean, check that out. Like essentially, I don't know why I make these so long. This is the hourly chart. But this was a bounce here. It was support, then resistance, bronze through, support again. So it definitely is a level. And then we've had wicks come up here multiple times, been unable to break this area. So that's where now there's a target. If it breaks through, where could we be going? My next target, our next actual target could be up there. So yellow line, which of course is our one of our daily lines. But then if it breaks that, again, the realistic target would be that high there. So I'd be aiming for a test or a break of that high up there. So let's move down to the 5 and see where we are. So we can make these things a little smaller. Um, so if it breaks here, it comes down here, retest, then we could be looking for a break below. Oop, man, I'm all over the place. Break below there. And yes, we have this and this and this, but again, it's kind of just ranging back and forth. We could put this line down here, but for me, with this big rejection, if it breaks down, then we could continue to break down. So I'm okay with that, knowing that we have this hourly line here as well. So we're all set. We've got market open in 15 minutes. I'm going to leave, quick bathroom break. I'll be back and we'll look at our trading journal from the last couple days and at the edge finder before our trade. All right, and I am back. So we've got about 13 minutes to market open. Let's go take a look at, I think my chart of things open. So let me refresh our thing. So yesterday we were able to get our account back up to break even here on our phase two. So we're aiming for 5% on our phase two 10K challenge that we're currently doing. This is my first week of a losing week. So in the last 7 weeks. So we're currently down 0.5% for the week. So it wouldn't take us much to at least go 0.5 up this week. So we'll wait and see. I don't know why my FX books is running so slow. Maybe I need to refresh it. Advertising? I don't know. Whatever. It's not cooperating. Okay, so let's see where we stand here. On our indices. Again, A1 Edge Finder. I want it. I would not recommend buying it, but I want it, so I use it. So we see German 30 getting a 6 now, a buy. Whereas, so just it was a -2 this last week, or at least a couple weeks ago, and then this last week, big jump in trading. Our seasonality again for November is so within the last 10 years, it's historically gone up a few percent in November. So it'll be interesting to see retail and short along about 50%. So nothing too much there. Let's look at US 30, which was negative and now it's one. Still heavily, institutions are still heavily short US 30, but we've seen a big, we've seen a big move up. But that being the case, historically, we have seen November on average be a positive month for US 30. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the fact that institutions are 71% short on it is definitely, um, and there's been a net change of it. We're moving even more short positions to it right now. So the fact that that is it leads me to think maybe long term we're going to be going short. But again, that doesn't really matter for us intraday, but it's just good to know. And if you are a swing trader, it would definitely be this, the A1 Edge Finder would definitely be more useful for you if you're a swing trader. For me, on the 5 minute, doesn't really matter. So moving really slow. I don't know what's going on there, but let's wait and see. Okay, so let's get our two screens set up here because we're going to have market open coming shortly. So US 30 on the left. So day opened right here with a big gap down. Now we're moving up, ranging. So we'll see during market open, will we get a break, retest and gone, or will we do maybe a break, sweep these highs, and then break down? So don't know. Let's wait and see. And then same thing with DAX, honestly. I mean, it looks almost the same. Gap down, ranging. So we're pretty much in the same boat right now here on both of these. Again, these are more equal, perfect equal highs here along purple lines. But if we can get a break of this, are we going to break, come back down, retest, and then keep going? Like, let's wait and see. We've got a midpoint there. For here, we could draw another box, like essentially this could be resistance. So if we come up somewhere around here, like if we miss our first move, maybe we get our second leg right here. And then if it comes down, we would have another line. I could either put one here or one here, but this would be what would make sense to me. So, and then yeah, for here, we don't really have one unless you kind of call this area, which is a little bit of consolidation. Kind of bounced here a little consolidation there. I mean, you could put a line there, but I don't know. Let's look at the 15. Maybe we'll have a bit of a better idea. Oh, down the 15. Jacks on the 15. Yeah, so this is where it becomes a little bit more apparent where maybe we could perhaps put some a couple more lines. So here, all these wicks, here, that wick sticking above, so definitely right here, right? Like, so this could be our other line. This line's not quite. So I have a line there. And then if it keeps going, we're going up there. And the same thing on the way down. We already have one here at low day. We just can't see it on the 15. DAX. Yeah, really nothing much. I mean, honestly. Yellow line. So let's wait and see. And if it drops, then yeah, it drops retest, then we could be looking to go down. This could maybe be a little smaller. And then targeting maybe this wick down there. Okay, so we got our targets. We've got our 15 pulled up here. 15 pulled up here. We're gonna switch back to our 5. Market opens. Yeah, come on in. Oh, thank you. One benefit to living in a gym is we have a cafe. You can get smoothies. So I'm trying to cut out my coffee, but I still need something to drink. So we're gonna go with something slightly, I mean, slightly out there's sugar in it, but at least there's no. Oh, that's really good. Um, at least there's nothing else going on. And yeah, that's superb. Good job, Breacha. All right, so 5 minutes. Let's go back. See, I have no idea what's happening with my FX books. Oh well, there we go. While we're waiting, so yeah, so this week, which also equals this month on this account, is we're down 0.56%. So that is since we've had losing day. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we've all had losing days. So yesterday was winning. We won Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, Friday. So been a bit of a rough start on this account, but that's okay. We're still, as I said, we've been up every week for 6 weeks, and we're only down 0.5% right now, which we could change today, being the net positive. So, not too concerned. I am interested in looking at our summary. For me, I find this really strange. We have lost a buttload of money on DAX right now, and historically, so for all of our last, the last 6 weeks. So if we go back and look at my other, so if we look at phase one, which we traded for how many? I mean, we traded it for over a month. Um, look at that, $800, 140, only 126 on US 30. So we were trading German 30 really well. 56% win rate. And it's kind of the opposite. It's kind of the opposite right now, where we are 64% on US 30 and only 35% on DAX. So markets have been pretty crappy. But anyways, it's interesting. Okay, so anyways, interesting. Don't really know what to take from that, but I'm still trading DAX because historically I've done really well on it, and we've had some nice moves on it. We've just had some bad luck this last week as well. So anyway, let's see.
Good morning. Should be live now. Hope you're well.
All right, so DAX making a big move up. 1 minute till market open. So we'll see where they close it. They close it above. I would love to see a push down on open, and then have that candle flip green, and we take it up to this up to the high. So that's kind of my play right now. That's what I'm hoping to get. One second, market open. Let's see where we go. Oh wait, no. Sorry, I was looking at the 1 minute. 40 seconds still to go. All right, 20 seconds to go. Let's see where they close it. I'm going to close above for DAX. Dow's still lagging a little bit behind, but DAX breaking up strong. Let's see if they just keep opening up so we get strong, or they gap it down first. Bring it down. So let's see, 3 seconds. Opening bearish. As I said, I like this. Now let's wait for the break up. Again, first 30 seconds. Not much helping happening yet. Ugh. I was trying to get in there. A little late, but that's okay. Let's be patient. Coming down red. Could get in, but I'm gonna wait. It is just the market open. Again, we could really push down here in the next couple of minutes as well. Case in point. Dow consolidating. Still not moving much. DAX coming back down red. So if they can keep it above this red line, keep above the 9 without breaking down, it's very interesting going long here. So we're just going to keep an eye on it. All right, we're in long. gave it a couple times to come down. It was unable to. So I feel like we're saving ourselves. We're not going to get a huge fake out. We could, but and we waited, tested, came back down. So now we're in long. Stop right here. We're going to see what we can do. And while we're waiting for this trade to play out, I gotta go drop this off to my wife so she can try this smoothie, which is actually quite tasty. So let's see where this goes now. We may have gone in too soon. I feel like we're rejecting it though, trying to make some new highs. So we are rejecting this red line. So I'm still thinking that we're gonna go bullish. 1 minute left in market until the second candle. So we're still in it. Let's see what happens. I do think we got in a little early there. Said don't trade the open, but I like the look how it looked. But a little premature perhaps. All right, go sit on the couch. This is my kids doing some Khan Academy kids. So right here at the 9, we did close somewhat there. We've gone down and retested. Now we're breaking up. This looks like it could be going long. And if I wasn't already in it, I would probably be entering if it breaks right here. So we may have just gone in a bit premature, right? If so, Dow is moving up. This could be pivoting up as well. So let's just wait and see. Breaking back down. So it broke the high of day. As I said, we could have just kind of false breakout. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, well, that's because you're taking videos. So continuing to break down. See if the 9 catches us. That's right, we have our stop down here, but looks like we may be going bearish. So if so, this was a fake out, or it's going to drop down a little bit more and then pivot up. So we have a stop in a good place. We put it under the here, so it's kind of under this swing, this pivot point. Give it a little room to breathe. Honestly, we could have said maybe we should have put it down here. We didn't, but let's wait and see. So still trying to break down, breaking down now. So let's see. Still rejecting the 9. DAX breaking down as well. So the indices have really been ranging recently. So this 9 is still holding it. Let's see if it can continue to hold. You got to turn it down a little bit, buddy. There you go. So now we're pushing back up. Let's see where they close it in the next 90 seconds or so. Yeah, but indices have really been ranging back and forth the last few days. Been hard to get a decent move. Juddy, let's turn it down a little bit. 55 seconds. Let's see where they close it. So let's see if it closes below the 9 or above the 9. We could get knocked out right here. If we can close above the 9, maybe we can build enough momentum to get it back out of here. We did make a new high on the Dow. I said we had a new high of day break here. So 30 seconds. Still above the 9. Let's see if we can close. If we could close green, we could probably push out of here. So it'll be interesting where we close in the next 20 seconds. And pardon me, it'd probably make you sick with all of my back and forth, but I've got nothing else to do, so I usually just scroll back and forth and zoom in and out on my charts. Okay, so nice move up, closing in 4 seconds. I like this rejection. This looks good. I would be getting ready to buy here if I wasn't already in. So we're pushing up. I probably would have bought here by now. Probably if this breaks this high to the left of it, like it just needs to go one tick higher. There we go. Would have bought right there. So we would have been in maybe a little earlier. We could have put our stop a little tighter as well. Um, if we had just gotten in there, but that's okay. Ooh, that doesn't look good. So we would have been in it already. So I would have definitely entered there, which is somewhat comforting. But yeah, price is now just juggling around back and forth, trying to break down again. This looked really nice, but yeah, now we're pivoting down for sure, turning down, going down short. So let's see. Let's see if we reject the 9 again, but Dow is looking like we're about to go short, but we have been ranging, so it looks like we might be going bearish. We could just be ranging, getting ready to bounce back up again as well. So let's just continue to watch and wait. Yeah, we just got knocked out. All right. Well, one down for the day. So Dow had now broken down. Let's see where it closes. We've got 2 minutes. So this is the impulse. Got to be patient. As I said, I would love to see it close, come back up and retest up here, and then we hopefully get it short. But right now, it's just a falling candle. We can't. It's just a falling knife. We can't catch it. Again, this one, I liked how it looked. I actually really do. But we did say we were going to break high if it broke high, and then we dropped down. It just took a little time and looked like it might not do that. So that's okay. Adding another loss to my DAX. So Dow really pushing, dang. Still pushing down. One more minute. Let's see where it closes. Huge move on Dow. 30 pips. 30 seconds. So now we'll see if we can get a retest or not. May just open up and keep going, but we're not going to buy down here. Like, we need to see a pullback. At least to the green box or close to it, at least to here. So essentially we have a nice retest coming up here. Let's see how big of a retest it is. All right, so essentially you have a retest now on Dow. So let's see what happens now. What I'd like to see maybe come up, slow down a little bit, and then we see it drop off. But right now it's coming up really strong again. Check out DAX. So now it's definitely retested this. It's gonna drive back up where we're gonna be thinking going push again. Let's see what happens. All right, we'll see if we regret this, but I like that rejection. So this is how I would do it. We're short We're short on Dow. And we get stopped out. It's going to be a very quick trading day for us. Let me see where my actual stop is there. We're going to look for a breakdown short. See where it closes in the next minute. Beautiful retest, rejection. So we maybe bought slightly early, but we had a big rejection momentum candle off of that, which is how I trade, right? So it went up, tested, tested, momentum down. So now let's see if we can break. Let's see if we can break and come down here. Okay, that looks beautiful. I love that rejection wick. Let's see where we close in 15 seconds. That looks really good. Gonna come up, maybe come up, retest here, even retest the 9, but let's see what happens now. Maybe half this candle opened up a little green. Now let's see if we can now continue to push down, test low of day or break low of day. Yeah, that's about right. Put a slightly tighter stop if you wanted to risk a little less on it. I'm just going to give it a little room to breathe here. And this may suck up and go bullish again, but it gave us our look. Nice candle, nice retest, nice rejection. So we're in it now. So we're going to, as I said, maybe a quick trading day today. So rejecting again. Let's see if we can actually start breaking down now. So now we're just watching paint dry on the wall. Again, not really worried right now because we've got to let, like, yeah, we're in drawdown, but we would expect the price to come back up and possibly test. Although after this rejection, I was hoping to see price drop, but is not going to be our luck today. So let's see where we close in the next minute. If we close above, it's not looking good. We're probably going to go bullish. So let's see if we can close below. So this is where, again, we're watching. Are we going to reject this level? Let's see, maybe we just need to come up again, and now we can push down. We may not. May come down, test half of this candle also, and then push back up. Because right now we're kind of ranging, especially if you look at it on the one. Kind of come up, come down, come up, come down. So now we've got a W, an M, whatever you want to call it. Got multiple different patterns forming depending on which time frame you're on. So let's see if we can push down. Pushing down again. Like, this is what we would expect. I just was hoping it was going to be right there. It wasn't. So now again, like, I would probably be entering here if I wasn't already in. But we got a nice rejection off there. Got a nice red candle. So I'm still in this trade. And I'm committed. But again, we could bounce right here. About half of this candle, we could see it just now pick up a wick and go bullish. But let's see. Hopefully not. Big, big. I don't know what was going on with the spread there. Okay, so we're coming back down. This looks good. This is what we want to see. Now let's see if we can now continue to push down and break this low. Back in profit. DAX pushing down. Dow trying to push down, but now going back up a little bit. So let's see. Let's see where we close in 2 minutes. While we're waiting, let's go look at the 15. This 15 could be shaping up very nicely to continue to push down. So we see this, it went up, tested half, just over half the candle. Now we're pushing down. So perhaps we can, if we can turn this red in the next minute and a half, we could push this down and push it all the way down to here, which is where I would love to see it go right now, honestly. Continuing again, DAX, that big wick. So let's follow where these go in the next minute and a half. See where we close. Do we close here? Even if we close up a little higher, it's okay. But I would love to see this, turn red, preferably, and we push this down. It's red. We open ignited, and then we just continue to ride that momentum down. So nice rejection on the 15 though. DAX about to turn red, so that looks good. Would love to see. So we're just gonna watch 15 minutes here for a minute. I would like to see where we close in the next minute. This is honestly looking really good for a trade. I like it. You know, right now our stop is up above that wick. We could make our stop. Ooh, I think we need to refresh the screen. So let's see where they close, where we close here. As I said, I would like to see it close down here, but now we're pushing back up. So let's see where we close here in the next 17 seconds. Now we're really going up. So yeah, this is not boding well. Okay, so next one is opening green. Let's see. Can we now just come up again, test that wick, and then push down? We're about to get stopped out hard. Yeah, that's it. Stopped out. That was crazy. Didn't look good. Um, but clearly wasn't. Wow, Dak's really breaking out. I went long on Dow just because of the way it was looking, and with Dax breaking out, I was trying to catch that move. Kind of broke my rules, though, I will admit, so not very proud of it. But now we're flying. I'm hoping we can catch a move to the upside. I am going to move my stop loss to right here to break even, because if we come out, at least I'm not going to lose more than my 1% of the day. Hoping that we can follow this with Dax flying. I'd like to see Dow follow it, but my stop loss now is pretty high. I would expect tight. I would expect it to come back and hit it, honestly. So let's see what happens. It does look like we're going to go for a break. And we're just flying right now. Yeah. Now let's see if we can break it. New 5-minute candle here. That was a huge move. Let's see if we can now push up out of here. Still pushing. All right, closed out at 1% there. That was a nice trade. Regained our last two. But the question is, should I have, right? So, no, that broke my rules. On the upside, we gained back what we're losing. So, yeah, I should have probably just been done, but it worked out, right? So it was a great move. Um, kind of reversing off the fake out, and so now I'm curious, if we can get a break, if we can come down, get a retest, I would love to get back in long, but I kind of wanted to secure those profits there first. So with that trade, we essentially regained all of our back at essentially break even down $10. So we're gonna see if we can find one more. But right now, like things are moving too high. I'd like to see a pullback, cool off a bit, maybe come back here before we got back in. Still pushing. Kind of right to that line where we said, let's go look at it on the 15. That is a huge 15-minute candle, right? So is it going to come up all the way up to our green line? We'll find out. Let's refresh this. So for some reason, our lines aren't syncing with each other. And again, maybe we should have stayed in, but we had this red line here for a reason. We have these wicks rejecting over here, so I didn't really want to get stuck and have all of 2R and get greedy. So let's take our 2R and run. And now let's just wait and see what happens with the market. DAX looks like it's kind of hitting a bit of some resistance up here. Dow's still flying though. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm trying to delete Khan Academy kids. There you go. All right, go. Yeah, DAX kind of just consolidating. Now coming back down a bit. If we could get it come back down, maybe to the not close to the 9. Go potty. Go potty. I'll turn it back on once you go potty. So 7 seconds here. We've got our new 15-minute candle. I'd expect, let's see if we can get it come down to here, back down to here. If we get a bit of a retracement, that would be great. And then perhaps it pushes up to here. But right now, it looks like it's just opening up green and continuing just to push out of here. Again, just consolidating here. Looks like we may be trying to push. Well, you can take turns. Take turns. Go stand. Go sit down in your spot. But Dow's still pushing hard. DAX still consolidating. Buddy, go sit down, please, and either do it with mercy or we're done. Okay, go sit down. Dow pulling back, which is what I like to see, because as I said, the square top doesn't bother me. I've seen this happen a lot now with Dow, where a square top pulls back and then just blows through it anyways. Where's an example? Kind of like right here. So 1, 2, 3, and then just goes through it. Where else? Seen it a few times. Whoa, trading. That's pretty choppy. Not very great price action. But again, like, hey, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not either. 1, 2, 3. Goes through it. I don't know. Anyway, we've seen it before, so I'm not too worried if it pulled back and then we get some momentum going back up. But I would like to see it pull back more. Maybe here. Again, looking at the 15, we would expect some form of pullback, maybe even all the way back to here. So on DAX, I'm watching DAX at least here, maybe down here, before we consider which would be halfway of this move. So working for a pullback, and maybe try to take it all the way. DAX kind of think this previous high of day, but trying to break through now. So let's see if we can. Yeah, there we go. Guys, sit down, sit down. Mercy and Juddy. Juddy, Give the phone to Mercy now for a minute. It's Mercy's turn. So we have pulled down nicely. We're getting close to the 9. So now we're just waiting to seeing if we can get an entry. No, go sit with her. Why don't you do it together? Turn it down a little bit. Doesn't need to be loud. So just watching and waiting, seeing where we close. But well, just bring it here and then we'll fix it. So if we can get this now to reject the 9 here, kind of pick up tweezer bottoms, open up green, and start pushing up, that would be great. If it could drop down a little bit more also, that would be nice. So we're kind of just retesting these highs. So if we can come down a little bit farther, it'd be nice. If not, I don't really need it to. I'd be willing to consider trying to go long again. Same thing on Dow. Dow had such a nice move up that honestly, we're going with the trend. Let's see. We could see if it comes down to this red line, whether we try to pick it up long and go up to the green line or not. Sure. But DAX still dropping a lot. Nothing we can do here yet. I'd like to see Dow come down. Does not look like it will, though. It might reject right there. DAX is still coming down. It's a big candle, so we're going to have to be patient there. Now let's see what happens with that, because we're gonna just drop all the way down and then go short again. Like the market, I have no idea what the market is doing today, but it's crazy. Again, we can draw ourselves a line that we're not trading in. Like this is small consolidation. I've had some serious big candles coming down. Now, admittedly, I still like, I'll have to admit, I still like Dow possibly for going long. It's come down far enough, pulled the RSI off enough, but this is a huge drop on DAX with that. Dow, still a big candle. So let's see what happens. We've got one more minute until this candle closes. So let's see where this candle closes. DAX, just a huge drop. So you're looking to the data to see how or the jet reacts to either the 9 here or this line right here, which would be previous support. So I want to see if we maybe hold that and we start bouncing. Because if so, as I said, I'm definitely interested in still going long. Like this to me is just a retracement of a bullish move. Why are we doing stuff with monsters, guys? All right, so we've retraced half of this 15-minute candle, which is kind of where I said I wanted to see. So now let's see. German third 40's pulled a bit, but let's see. All right, I'm in long. What made me pull the trigger was this bounce right here, and now a big momentum candle up. So we're in long. We tried to break down a couple times, unable to do so. And our stop is right there. So a little bit lower, just to give it a little room. It was half of that 15-minute candle, as I said. That's why we were looking at that. On the 15, kind of bounced off half, rejected it. Now let's see if 2 minutes we can close above the red. We can continue to push on up here, up to the green line. Like that would be where that's where I'm aiming for. Again, maybe enter slightly late. We could have entered slightly earlier. With a slightly tighter stop, but at the end, we're aiming for the to make a new high here anyway, so not really too concerned. Steady, stop spinning. DAX, this price action is just awful on DAX. Dow looks really good. Again, if we get kicked out of this trade, I'm okay with that. Like we had the nice momentum candle moving up. So we've got about 50 seconds left of this. Still hovering right around our entry point. Let's see where we close in the next 30 seconds. Especially this is going to be a new hourly and new 15. Maybe we shouldn't have entered right before the hourly. That was my bad. I missed Missed looking at what the time was. But checked, came down half of that candle, rejected off with momentum, and now let's see where they close in the next 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Opening up green. Let's see if we can just push now. That'd be nice. But if not, no, coming down red. We may consolidate here, hopefully not. Got the 9 here to help give us a little bit of support. We actually put a stop below here, so we've got a little bit of support here as well. Should have been a little bit lower, but I don't really have. We could put it right there. But right now, I'm hoping we'll just push out of here now. So we're down, now we're pushing up, so we've rejected that, it rejected the 9. We're green now. Let's see if we can make a new higher high compared to the last candle, which we definitely need to do. DAX starting to push. That's nice to see. So we could have rejected there, but we didn't. So we're starting to push. So let's see if we can push through the 9 there. Let's see if Dow will follow suit. Right now, again, we're just consolidating. We need to break that. This red line doesn't mean much. There we go. Nice. We broke that previous high. Now we're shooting back down, but we did break it, which we needed to do. What do I have this line off of? Get rid of it. We're really playing off this line down below. Made a new higher high here. DAX still kind of trying to close above. Let's see where they close it though in the next 2.5 minutes. All right, now we just got doji here. Not much going. Indecision. We're gas starting to go down now. But Juddy, what are you guys doing? All right, big push down. We're about to get knocked out. And we're out. So, maybe we got in too early. Ooh. Still looking for possibly getting back in. We should have had our stop bull because this is the true retracement. So let's wait and see. I'll just need a little bit more confirmation before I just willy-nilly hop back in. All right, we're gonna try it one more time. So we're in here. Stop down here. I like that big momentum rejection of it. So let's see. What are you doing, Mercy? Well, that was just an awful day of trading. Price action was crazy. Showed us some momentum up. Probably should have been done trading down $125. Well, I'm stopping before I put myself into a hole. Anyways, wishing you the best of luck trading. Hopefully it was better than mine. So take care and we'll see you tomorrow.